Hello, I'm the Progressive Disciple. I'm taking a journey through the Bible and I'm inviting you to join me. Today, we are covering Ezekiel, chapter 16 through 19. In chapter 16, Ezekiel tells an allegory of Judah as a prostitute. In Ezekiel chapter 16, verses 40 through 42, it says, "They will bring a mob against you, who will stone you and hack you to pieces with their sword. They will burn down your houses and inflict punishment on you in the sight of many women. I will put a stop to your prostitution, and you will no longer pay your lovers. Then my wrath against you will subside, and my jealous anger will turn away from you. I will be calm and no longer angry." This spoke to me because when nations go astray, they will be given another chance. I am concerned about the religious decline in our country. There has been other declines and revivals in our country throughout the past, so I am praying for another revival. In chapter 17, Ezekiel tells another allegory of two eagles, one representing Babylon, one representing Egypt. The first eagle takes a shoot from the top of a cedar and plants it in good soil with plenty of water. The new tree reaches up toward the second eagle. Will this eagle take good care of it, or will it take the shoot to wither and die? In Ezekiel 17, verses 11 through 15, it says, "Then the word of the Lord came to me. Say to this rebellious people, do you know what these things mean? Say to them, the king of Babylon went to Jerusalem and carried off her king and her nobles, bringing them back with him to Babylon. Then he took a member of the royal family and made a treaty with him, putting him under oath. He also carried away the leading men of the land, so that the kingdom would be brought low, unable to rise again, serving only to keep his treaty. But the king rebelled against him by sending his envoys to Egypt to get horses and a large army. Will he succeed? Will he who does such things escape? Will he break the treaty and yet escape?" This spoke to me because it says to me that God planted the people of Babylon to protect them. Egypt, to which Israel would hang its hopes on, did not come through for them. If King Zedekiah would have kept his promise to the Babylonians, they would have survived, though a much less powerful state. This is a reminder to me to keep the promises that I have made. In chapter 18, the Lord told Ezekiel that a righteous person will live and an unrighteous person will die. If an evil person repents, then he will live. And if a righteous person turns away from his righteous ways and turns to evil, then he will die. If this seems unjust, just remember that our ways are unjust, and the ways of God are just. This chapter ends with God expressing for his desire for us all to live. In Ezekiel chapter 18, verse 24, it says, "But if a righteous person turn from his righteousness and commits sin and does the same detestable things that the wicked person does, will they live? None of the righteous things that the person has done will be remembered. Because of his unfaithfulness, they are guilty of, and because of the sin they have committed, they will die. This pairs with last week's video in chapter 15, when the vine of the trees are good for nothing but to be burned, and I did not wish to be useless to God. There is a debate in Christianity about eternal security. Does a person who has accepted Christ, can he be lost? It's my opinion that he can. I know for me personally, I am tempted to go back to the way I was when I was a young adult and liked to view inappropriate things. This is a reminder to me to always to remain faithful to God and to keep studying and learning his ways. Chapter 19 is a lament about the last kings of Israel. In chapter 19, verses 10 through 14, it says, "Your mother was like a vine in your vineyard, planted by the water. It was fruitful and full of branches because of abundant water. Its branches were strong, fit for a ruler's scepter. It towered high above thick foliage, conspicuous for its height and for its many branches. But it was uprooted in fury and thrown to the ground. The east wind made it shrivel. It was stripped of its fruit. Its strong branches withered, and fires consumed them. Now it is planted in the desert, in a dry and thirsty land. Fire spread from one of its main branches and consumed its fruit. No strong branches is left on it, fit for a ruler's scepter." This spoke to me because it reminded me of the total collapse of Israel. I think of recent times when society has collapsed, like Germany in World War II, and when the Soviet Union fell, or Afghanistan. I hope I will never have to face a societal collapse here in America. I'm not exactly sure how to deal with these verses or any of the verses in chapter 19 on a personal level. If you have an idea, please leave a comment for me. So, this is my take on Ezekiel, chapters 16 through 19. Please like and subscribe, and also comment. I would like to know what you think of the new format that I am trying out. Please comment and let me know. I am the Progressive Disciple, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.